Sometimes in life, you find yourself on the right side of the line.
We got a trio of threes talking about a four.
Just because it's called a stereotype doesn't make it a lie. You can put that on my greatness statue, that quote right there.
Live from Texas, this is the Dryline Farmer Podcast. What has four thumbs and hates people? These guys. It's the Dryline Farmer Podcast.
Landon, do you feel inspired this week?
Oh yeah, I feel very inspired.
If you love God, He will reward you. This is the Joel Osteen Podcast. No, it's not. It's anything but the Joel Osteen Podcast, although we do love Jesus. This is the Dryline Farmer Podcast, and we probably need a little more Jesus every day of the week. But Landon, we've got our great co-host. I don't know what hour is. My great co-host, Landon. How's it going? How are times at the Hereford Grain Co-op? Is it getting slower? Have y'all had the Christmas party yet, or do y'all have a wild Christmas party?
No Christmas party this year, but it's pretty slow right now.
Pretty slow. Why no Christmas party? Do y'all ever have Christmas parties?
Oh, we used to have a small one, but Christmas got canceled this year.
Christmas got canceled.
Just like when Michael Scott told Dwight to take Christmas away from Stanley, or take New Year's away from you.
You don't want any Shroot Bucks? I'll give you 1,000 Stanley nickels.
Keep it up, Stanley, and you'll lose New Year's.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're not going to try to do quotes all episode this week, but we are going to talk about some great and wonderful things that have come across our, not our newswire, but our Twitter feed, and one suggestion from a great friend. And if you're feeling lucky, you can go to the Lucky Star Casino because they've got a great giveaway they're giving on Christmas Eve. And it's a redneck dream, and we just hope that everybody we hope nobody signs up so we can be the only ones in it and have a great shot of having a good shot of getting that great gift they're giving away. So Landon, it snowed a little bit. It's actually had some winter weather during December, which is kind of what you're supposed to do. Did you have you gone outside at all over the last couple weeks, or have you stayed in your house or the office?
No, we've got a little 3-year-old, so we do a lot of I get to do a lot of the pulling around on the little sled.
I see. Is it a homemade sled or store bought?
No, it's just one of those old ones. I think Kimmy's dad had it.
Is it like a 1967 Chevy hubcap, or what is it?
Kind of like a radio flyer.
A radio.
It's like the radio flyer version of a sled.
Isn't that what they did on Stand By Me? There was a radio flyer involved some way in that movie, but I don't know. There was a whole lot of depression from what I can remember. But
it's just something like that. I mean, it's just an old wooden sled. She sits on it, and I get told where to go. So
do you put on a shoulder harness?
No, I just got some twine from a round bell that I tied to the end of it.
So now you've got twine burn lines on your arms, and that's always a great thing. But they have all those knife infomercials. What was it? Was it the Shinsu? What was that famous one they always did that kind of started everything? I don't know. But where they could cut through a brick and then they would slice through a tomato and it wouldn't dent the tomato. It would just cut right through it like a knife through hot butter. They never did once. Did I ever see them try to take a brand new knife, make one cut through a round bell, and not be able to cut anything until it was resharpened? Because that is the ultimate and great equalizer, that the hay round bell netting. I don't know what it is about it, but it is the great equalizer when it comes to knives. And that should be on the next infomercial if they ever put one out again, next to the Tupperware commercials. So, yeah, it's the great equalizer. And I think we talked about this before, but, of course, we're not having farm shows and we're not having all these conventions this year. But I got to tell you, man, the pots and pans guy that's got the headset on, and he's still bringing in people in the live demonstrations at those farm shows, dude. Have you ever noticed that? I mean, he's still got the 1970s stainless steel with the hard plastic cover. And I mean, he's got he looks like freaking Garth Brooks, in Manhattan at a free Central Park concert. And he's he's right next to the food dehydrator guy or the My Pillow guy. And I mean, he's got that brand new set from 1974 stainless steel cookware. And I mean, he's still pulling in blue hairs. He's even got some people under 70 coming into that thing and sitting down. I mean, I don't know what kind of impulse buy you've got next to the hot tub, but the cookware guy, I mean, I got to hand it to him. That's got to be a hard gig. Got to be a hard gig next to the tchotchkes. But so yeah. But Landon, so you got Christmas coming up. You've got a little longer commute than I do, but really, it's a pretty small commute for your travel time for family, isn't it?
Yeah, we just drive to Canyon, so it's pretty simple. Just 30 minutes down the road.
And are you practicing social distancing this Christmas, or are y'all all gonna are y'all gonna play like Twister or something?
Pretty sure my family's been social distancing for many
30 years. Since the mid 80s. So yeah, we've got the same amount of commute. We're about 30 minutes if we go to her family, and we're maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how fast I get on the gas leaving the house from our house. So it's pretty low key. We might possibly try skiing this New Year's if my ribs heal up. I've had I've had 2 trips to the hospital, and neither one of them were COVID related, so that was really nice. And
how'd you hurt your ribs, Brent?
Thanks for asking, Landon. I fell through a ceiling about 2 months ago, and it was really kind of a near-death experience / embarrassing moment in my life. But no, we've been we're remodeling the house, and this was actually kind of a side project. I was up in the ceiling, or up in the attic, and I was going to pull through a wire, and I had the wife down on surface level, and she was going to tell me if I was pulling on the correct cord or not. And so I get over, and where this is it's over the stairwell going down to the basement. So it's like 3 times the possible drop versus if I just were on a first floor, above a first floor room. So I'm just walking in there, walking on the joist. I'm not doing anything Clark Griswold-like. I'm up on the joist, and I finally found my destination. In 1 second, I'm standing on the joist, and the next thing, I'm falling through the drywall. And I don't know what the hell happened. I swear a ghost must have pushed me off of it. But I fall off of it, and fortunately do not fall all the way through, as one leg caught a joist, or one leg caught one joist, and my number 9 and number 10 ribs caught the other joist, and that kept me from plunging all the way down the basement stairs from the attic, and also bruised part of a lung, and it hurt. I won't lie, but in the same time, I heard my wife just screaming, and all I could think of was she must have fallen down the stairs. She screamed for like a solid 5 seconds, and she's not really a screamer. But as it turns out, she wasn't screaming because she fell, but all that insulation from 1974, or whenever this thing was built, had fallen all down on top of her, and she was more worried about getting kind of itchy as opposed to me, falling on a ladder and breaking, 2 legs and an arm. But she came to my aid pretty quick. But I had to lift myself up off the joists, and fortunately there was a ladder that was right below me. Now that I am back in the basement stairwell / living room, and got to go to the hospital and get a what was it? Was it a CT? I got an Advil. Yeah, they gave me an Advil. So I don't know. I think I'm afraid if I was a drug addict, I would be it would take a bunch, because they kept telling me they were giving me this painkiller, and they said, all right, you're probably going to get pretty woozy, and we're going to tell your wife this stuff because you probably won't remember. And I'm just like, and they throw it in the IV and pump it through, and I'm like, I don't know, it's whatever. Let's go drive down Main Street. I felt fine, and then they gave me some more stuff, and then it's just, I don't know, wasn't as strong as I thought. It did knock out the pain from the fall while they gave me the CT scan. But as far as really getting I would say a cheap high, but there's no telling how much they charge per pill or per IV pull on that thing. But no, whatever the case is, Yeah, so we just got a new couch, so I got to sleep on that for about a week. And
How long ago was that?
gosh, that was back. What was that? Late September, early October. Yeah, I think it was in October. It must have been in October. Yeah. So it's been 2 months ago, and we went.
Didn't hurt you in golf any?
Well, that's what I was fixing to say. So we played golf last week. We played two days in a row, and that's pretty odd for us. But first day, it was not too bad, and then by about, I'd say on the back nine of that second day, it was really starting to sting. And I wish, no, I had a decent day. I had a better day first day, but second day was a little rougher. But and then I'm also working with these show calves that these kids of mine have, and pulling on 1,300-pound calves. Really, it's just great on ribs. It's a good stretcher, and so yeah, it's a good rehab if you want to skip that expensive physical rehab that you go to the hospital for. You just need to go to some kid's 4-H project and ride around their calves for 2 hours and wash on them and blow dry them and crawl underneath them and all that good stuff. So it's a really good rehab facility, that 4-H project we've got. So, but we didn't really come to talk about that. We're here for Christmas time. I thought we were going to do an episode last week, but apparently Landon was tied up doing, I don't know, whatever he was doing.
I was so busy.
Yeah, I know, but Landon was covered up. I know he wasn't shooting. I know dance class was off for the season because of COVID. What else, Landon? What else do you do? I know they're not playing softball indoors right now.
No, I'm retired from all that.
Oh, are you? Did you finally turn in your glove?
Hung it up. Handed over my cup.
That's that's one less thing we got to dodge, Landon, when we're trying to get an episode done. So that's great and wonderful. So, so that's great. So yeah, this week I ran across a couple things I thought was really interesting, and it's Christmas time, so we talk religion and everything. And I know everybody, or most everybody's heard of Mr. Joel Osteen, and he's caused quite a bit of controversy, and not on purpose. But I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence on some of it. But I ran across an ad the other day, and it's the Joel Osteen. Now, Landon, let's pull it up. It's the Joel Osteen Inspiration Audio Cube. Now, I know anybody that listens to this podcast is extremely familiar with The Office, because that's all we ever talk about half the time, or at least quote the damn thing. And Landon, this thing is somewhat eerily similar to the pyramid that Saber tried to push in the later seasons of The Office. Now, it's not actually a pyramid. Is that what they called it? The pyramid or the triangle?
The triangle.
Was it the triangle? So it was the triangle. Well, this is just a square, but it's got the word Joel in a circle, and then it's got it's got like an up and down button, and it's okay. I'm afraid to click on this link because okay. So it's got Joel at the top of the top. It's actually, they got it turned like a diamond, so it's a square turned. But it's got Joel, his name, right there on the top, and then it's got daily inspiration, sermon, daily affirmation, and favorites. And below those, it's got the button to the corresponding label there. And under the daily inspiration, it's got a person's head with the sunshine in it. And then under sermon, it's got a cross. Daily affirmation's got a sunrise. And favorite, of course, has got the heart. And below that, it's got the play button, back and forward, up and down, and power button, volume buttons, and all that stuff. But, Yolanda, you can get this. So anytime you're feeling down, or you're feeling depressed, or you just need a pick-me-up, and see, I thought this was wearable, but I don't know. I'm not sure if you put this in your pocket, or you put it in, back pocket.
Hanging from your gold chain around your neck.
Yeah, you can walk. This could be the Flava Flav diamond or pyramid. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. This is like a desktop. I thought this was a wearable, like an Apple Watch type thing. No, it's huh?
Great when difficult farmers come in, just start playing that.
So yeah, this is basically a glorified paperweight, and but it's. I wonder if it's got any. Surely it's got some examples. But here's a video. Let's see if it'll pull it up here. Now,
In today's uncertain
let's see if
times,
yeah.
life can feel
Now, I don't think
overwhelming.
Landon can
You
hear
may be
this.
struggling for answers, but you can overcome
Yeah, so
life's
here we go.
challenges.
He's getting
Wake
free
up every morning
advertising.
inspired
Joel
and
Osteen is
looking
getting free
forward to
advertising
each
from the
day.
Dryline Farmer
Introducing
podcast.
The Inspiration Cube.
The
easy-to-use
Inspiration Cube.
portable audio system filled with life-changing messages of hope, guidance, and strength from
So
Joel Osteen, one of the world's
what
most
does he
inspiring
say?
spiritual
Now,
leaders.
You may feel today.
Yeah, you may feel today like you're
That is
trapped.
not how your
That is not
story
how your
ends.
story
Some
ends.
dreams are waking up. Hope
So
is
you can
waking
have
up,
that all day
abundance is
long,
waking
Landon.
up.
All day long. You will thrive. God is in your favor. And I mean, all of that is true, but you have to have like a Southern Baptist / televangelist accent when you do it. And it just really strikes me as odd. But it would be awesome if it was a watch, at least a wearable. But I think you hit it on the head. I think the Flava Flav move where you got the big clock, instead of a clock, you've got the inspiration cube on your chest. So, any thoughts on that, Landon? Do you think there should be a Dryline Farmer podcast cube?
I think so. I think we should come up with some of our best quotes. I have no freaking idea what any of those would be.
That would be our intro. That's the three zingers that we have. I've already got it on our best of episode that
Maybe
we
just get a Dryline Farmer weather cube with Radar Ricardo. He'll give you the forecast that you want, no matter what it looks like outside.
And then I'm thinking that I saw this the first time when they called it the Magic 8 Ball. I'm thinking Joel Osteen may be owing somebody some copyright infringement charges because
Pay for that mansion.
So from that, you get that. So let's see. Well, how much is that thing? That thing is 30. What is it, Landon? Can you get free shipping?
$19.99.
So list price is $39.99. And with the deal, I don't know what the deal is, but the deal is $29.53 and free shipping. And actually, he will fly to your house on his own private jet to deliver it to you. So that's a bonus deal. Now, while we're still on this, as you know, when you go on Amazon, you pull up whatever you're looking for, and of course, then it brings you all the suggestions that you might also like. And wouldn't you know, there is also a large wooden 2.5-inch diameter Christian Mealtime Prayers cube. Now, Landon, did you bring this? Do you have this up on your screen here? Probably not.
No, I don't have that.
Because I didn't tell you ahead of time, which is my fault. So, okay. Landon, did you ever think... Now, when I go to Vegas, Landon and I talked about going to Vegas before we started recording. And, of course, when you go to Vegas, you have craps and you throw the dice. Well, it never crossed my mind. It's like, you know what? If I throw snake eyes, I got to do a certain prayer. Well, now you can sit down at meal with your family and throw the dice, and it's not evil. It's got a prayer on all five. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides to a die. And, okay, what are we praying for today? Come on, Daddy. Daddy needs the Lord's Prayer. Come on, here we go. I mean, what? And do you have a come line or a press line, or I mean, do they have? Is it like a? Do you have a prayer craps table, and you got to put your odds on that stuff? It's genius.
You got a prayer craps table, and you're rolling the Joel Osteen cube.
You would, and what would be awesome on the cube if you rolled it? A dreidel, yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome if you rolled the Joel Osteen cube, and as it rolls, whatever's on top, it plays a little clip of it like every second. Like, love, you get it. More for you. You're great. God's in your corner until it finally lands on top, and then it reads out the whole prayer. But this is a large wooden 2.5-inch diameter Christian Mealtime Prayers cube. It's only $6.53, free shipping and handling. But it's only one die. Now, I don't know if you have 2 die. Let's see what else you can get with it.
I wonder if one of the quotes is "Come as you are, unless there's a major flood outside."
Sorry, there is no room at this inn.
Yeah, we don't have a floor mat that big.
Let's see what else we got here. We've got a inspirational jumbo black metallic verse prayer cube. Now, this is just a decoration. I wonder if there is any Magic 8-Ball prayer 8 balls. That would be really good, a prayer 8 ball. Here's some therapy cubes. Is that just like, so like say you're in a bad state of mind, what if you roll the wrong therapy on the cube? Do you still have to use it? Like if you ask, should I jump, and you roll a yes, you have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Would you jump off a mountain? Would you jump off a bridge? If the best person did? No, what if the 8-ball told me?
yeah. Please ask.
How many prayers can you do in like 3 words or less?
Yeah. Yeah. Please ask again later.
Come up with the 8-ball is that idea. Whoever thought of that was a genius.
I know. It's like the pet rock guy. I bet it was the pet rock guy, because I mean that guy was. Let's just go out to the front yard and pick out some rocks, put a smiley face on them, and make $1 million. Let's see, man. We could just have an Amazon episode, because from the Joel Osteen Cube search brings up the Christian Mealtimes Prayer Cube, the Electric Razor for Women, a Seronautical Trust in the Lord with All Your Heart engraved compass, and right next to that, for some reason, an opalescence teeth whitening system is right next to these suggestions. And below.
Does that compass do like directions or tell you which path to take?
Okay.
Turn around.
So the only thing that makes this a trust in the Lord compass is you open it up like a pocket watch, or a locket, and all it is a compass in one half, and the other half it just has a passage or a scripture, and that's the only thing that makes it religious. So I mean, it is pretty sharp, but I would think it would interact with the compass in your phone. So back to this Amazon page, we've got the cube, the prayer cube, the compass, the opalescence teeth whitening system, and below that, for some reason, the silicone back scrubber for shower 4-in-1 bath body brush scrubber is right next below it. And all this is a rubber strap with handles on each end, and it's like you go put it behind your back. You got one hand above your shoulder, one hand kind of back behind your back, and you go up and down like you're scrubbing it. And then
kind of like when Steve Martin's trying to dry off in Planes, Trains, and
yeah.
that little rag.
That's exactly right. And below that is some homeless gloves. Now, it doesn't say homeless gloves, but these are silicone scrubber gloves that don't have fingers in them. It's a bath body brush for shower exfoliating. It's a double-sided, easy, gentle cleansing skin glove. I don't know why they don't put fingertips on it, but it's kind of... The point of this conversation is, what do these things have to do with one another? So here, more yoga poses for kids card deck. I think I'm going to have to report that one, because that one sounds pretty... this sounds a little borderline creepy. So, yeah, I don't know about that. That's pretty creepy stuff. So, and now, Lennon, anything else on the prayer cube? Is there anything else we can add to it? Maybe like a bedtime. Do you think that there's probably I'm sure there's a bedtime cube thing, or a prayer cube. I mean, what do you pray for at night? Here's some motivational kindness cards. They need the opposite.
I wonder if there's like Old and New Testament prayer cube.
Yeah, God destroyed 8,000 people that day or whatever, and then it's like, man, I hope I get a New Testament one this week. Because last week, man, that was kind of rough. That was all Leviticus and stuff, and he was wanting to kill everybody. And like you couldn't put two different types of fabric together because that was against the rules. But
listening in the stories about leprosy right before bed is probably not. Probably not the best sleep.
No, it's really not a good bedtime story. So, and here's a little personal side note. Our oldest boy is 10 years old, and their bedtime is 9:30. Two mornings ago, this kid jumps out of bed, bolts across the room at 10 till 6 o'clock in the morning, wide awake, jumps in our bed, and the first thing he does for the first 10 minutes is... And that, if that's not the most alarming alarm clock that you can have, it's somebody, more namely a 10-year-old, hawking back snot in between you and your wife as y'all are trying to finish out the night. But the problem was I was already awake. Now, does Devorah do that? Does she hop out of bed and come jump in your bed?
Well, we just last night got rid of took the side off the crib. So
okay.
So she just now has that option, but she hasn't done it yet.
She hasn't found the escape attempt yet.
No.
But
she slept through the night last night. So
now
we'll see.
that's what I was going to ask. Now, is she a good sleep? Is she a late sleeper, or is she temperamental?
Oh, it depends, but she sleeps good at night.
Well, that's good because she's getting a little older now. She ought to. I would hope, man, that'd be tough on you if she was still having a hard time sleeping after.
No, she's been a great sleeper since she was 6 weeks old. So.
Oh man, that is good. But yeah, we've got one boy it doesn't matter if he goes to bed at 11. He'll get up at 6. It doesn't matter, or even before 6. And the other boy is actually a normal kid who will actually, you have to wake him up to go to school, and he actually loves school more than the kid that gets up early. But so moving forward now, I had a friend send me this afternoon, and he thought it would be great material for the Dryland Farmer podcast, and of course it is. Now, I mentioned earlier that we talked a little bit about Vegas and going to Vegas. Now, the Lucky Star Casino. Now, have you ever been to there, Landon? Now, I guess they've got multiple locations, but this one's in Clinton, Oklahoma.
I've never been to the Lucky Star Casino, but if I did, I would want to go to one in Oklahoma.
So this one it's in Clinton, Oklahoma. It's north of I-40. And he just sent me this link, and they have a drawing. And on December the 23rd at 11 p.m., actually, this is at all locations. So you don't even have to be at Clinton. But an Arcadia above-ground pool will be given away on December 23rd at 11:30 p.m. at each location. Now, Landon, do you think this is trailer park ready, or do you have to get it ready yourself?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that anybody who's getting in a drawing for an above-the-ground pool is probably would know how to set one up.
Now,
if not, it's mid-December, so you got about 4 months to get it ready.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that in the summertime. That'll be great. I just hit the microphone there, but you think I keep looking for like all the details, like the fine print on it, and I keep looking for any type of wife beater or T-shirt, complimentary gifts to go with it, or like pink plastic flamingos. Let's see.
They'll deliver it straight to the trailer park.
So, or you can just bring your house to the pool, if you're talking about that. But so this is a road to riches. Now, Landon, we have several status symbols in the United States.
Road to riches.
Do you think what state considers an above ground pool a status symbol as a road to being rich? I would have to think somewhere in Arkansas.
Yeah, either that or mobile home. I mean, Oklahoma's probably a good place for it.
Basically, anywhere in Tornado Alley, I would think, is there an abundance of above ground pools. Yeah. I mean, it's...
What's a better place to hide from a tornado, a mobile home or an above ground pool?
That's good. I would think...
Assuming the pool is full of water.
I mean, I would think if the walls of the pool held up, you could hide in the water. Because, I mean, once people's casserole dishes and... cornhole boards start flying through the air, at least it'll hit the water first, because we know the walls of trailer houses are not very stout. And so I'm going to go with the above ground pool. Now, I don't know. Well, you would think trailer park. If I had a trailer park, or if I started a trailer park, opened one up, which all that means is you buy a piece of land. And you just say, here's a trailer park. I would at least build like a bunker, at least kind of dress the place up a little bit.
Yeah, have some kind of a storm cellar, community storm cellar.
Yeah, like a community. I mean, you could call it like mass grave. That's what you could call it. And
so once one of y'all's farms, the water kicks out, it's time to open up a trailer park.
Hey, don't knock it till you try. That's obviously a great. It's a good option. I mean. Once the water, you don't have to worry about water seeping up in there, because I mean it's the saturation is far down there.
All that no-till, your foundation should be ready.
Oh yeah, man! It's just you got to worry about all the earthworms and all the high nitrogen and 15% organic matter we have in our soils now, because we're such good farmers.
You'd have some hellacious gardens out there.
Oh man, dude! I tell you, we could grow turnips and radishes. All kinds of good stuff. But yeah, that is a good, if this farming thing doesn't work out, we could always just turn it into trailer parks and dig bunkers. That'd be a great selling point. But The above ground pools, I think you would maybe put them down like Main Street, and like you get your own, above ground pool if you buy a lot with our trailer park offering. And I don't know, they're probably giving out free cartons of cigarettes to go with it.
What are the other prizes? Sure, there's got to be something.
There's got to be like second and third place prizes. I'm going to go to the Lucky Star Casino website. Let's see. It's interesting. I guess the Native American people get the .org suffix on their or domain because it's not .com. Let's see if I can find promotions. Here we go. Come on, Lucky Star. Giddy up. Player's Choice, Ladies' Day, Tribal Elders Day Out, Men's Day, Watonga Lucky Star. Okay, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh, they even have a search engine for it. Above ground pool, baby. Oh, I can't put in baby. Above ground pool. Search.
Vern, if you won one of these, would you dig a hole and make it just a ground pool?
Why not? I mean, people do trampolines like that.
I know, exactly.
I think that would be I think it would last at least a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so
how much does an above ground pool cost?
Well, let's look. Amazon, Joel Osteen Inspiration Above Ground Pool.
How much are you really winning here?
Well, I wonder how much it takes to. You probably have to be present to win. Okay, above ground pool. Okay, if you haven't already looked, take a guess. Here is a 14-foot by 33-inch deep. 14 foot by 3 foot deep.
I'm gonna say $1,400.
Oh, freaking high roller! You're way over. Way over. Here's a 15 footer by 48 inch, so 4 foot deep. $679, Landon.
So that's no diving.
That is no diving. Let's see. Here is a 14 by 30. Another $278 was the first one I came across. So that's
the first one I looked up. $1,409.99.
What size is it?
It is a 6-foot resin texture.
Oh.
It's a pretium.
So here is an Intex 18-foot by 52-inch Ultra XTR steel frame. I guess I'm supposed to talk into the microphone, aren't I? Here's one for $1,398, $1,400. It's got a pump, but Landon, this is the what seals the deal. It's got a ladder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It's stainless steel too. So
they probably cost more too if the wet Band-Aids in the bottom are included.
Gross. So does my above ground pool, does it come with the water already? Here's one that looks like a Noah's Ark kind of thing. It's rectangular and it's got struts on the outside of it and everything. It's a great and wonderful thing. But I don't know. I don't know if you even got to be present to win. Let's see here. Lucky Star Casino official. Ooh, here's an 8. They've got, if you go there, you're going to get an $8 chicken parmesan with fettuccine special. Man, dude, we're going to have to go to the Concho Lucky Star Casino. That is where it's at. Res.
Screw Vegas. We're going to Oklahoma.
No, I don't like it because you have to pay every time you play a hand. You got to pay like 50 cents to the state.
You have to ante.
You have to play in an ante. So, so I just got finished reading or actually listened to Bill O'Reilly's newest book, Killing Crazy Horse, and of course it talks about. I mean, it was freaking, dude. I mean, both sides. I mean, it was just damn near medieval what they were doing, scalping each other, and of course raping the. Indians would rape the whites, and the whites would rape the Indian women, and I mean, it was freaking medieval. And I mean, they kept pushing them off, giving a reservation, pushing them off. And like I said, I think we talked about this back in the summer when we went to Durango. We drove through a reservation west of Albuquerque, and I mean, if this wasn't the surface of the moon, it was close. I mean, it was the most desolate thing you've ever seen for 150 miles. Nothing but not even sagebrush. And you go about 50 miles inside the reservation, and there's a gas station / casino right there on the highway. And there's there was 20 cars there. And I don't remember which tribe it was, but I'm just thinking, man, the raw end of the deal was to put it lightly. But anyway, so yeah, Indian casinos there. We've been to the one in over in Rio Doce. You've probably been to that one, haven't you?
I have not. I haven't been to Rio Doce.
Oh, okay. Well, they got Into the Mountain Gods, and they got 2 or 3 casinos there. They're pretty nice. But nonetheless, the above ground pool, then that is a no-brainer. You sign up for that one every day of the week. But Landon, you got anything going else? You gonna stay up late for New Year's, maybe past 10:30, 11 or so?
Oh, I don't know. Might set an alarm for 11:45 and get up.
I always like ringing in the New Year with Tokyo, so I'm done by 10 o'clock in the morning. It's
Nice.
always and I'm spent by then. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
a good,
we might be in bed watching a movie or something.
yeah. So I started the Mandalorian today. I don't know. It looks pretty interesting. So I'm afraid I've started to
Is it
get
a
it.
show or is it a movie?
It's a series, yeah. So we kicked DirecTV out the house. So now we're on Hulu and we've got the Disney Plus. And is that what y'all are on?
Yeah, we don't have Disney Plus, but we're on the Hulu.
Yeah. Well, they do a package now, and Joanna she went and bought. So the TVs that weren't smart TVs, she bought the Roku thing. Man, that's freaking cool. That Roku thing. But it encapsulates all those things like YouTube, Netflix, all that good stuff. So
Gives you something to do after you've moved the elf on the shelf for the night.
nah, we don't do that. We don't do the elf on the shelf.
I didn't think you did.
No, we're not elves on shelves. It's just I haven't really seen a whole lot of that on Facebook this year, which I am very grateful for. So
Oh, I know. Everybody sees like the top 20 funny things they do, and then everybody tries to recreate it and act like they originally did it.
yeah, because it's never anything on the internet's never been done before. It's
True.
It's true words have never been spoken. Well, guys, we're going to get out of here. We hope we've inspired you with all this great, wonderful conversation, the Joel Osteen Cube, the Above Ground Pool, the Christian Prayer Cube. Landon, I think I'm going to get mine in the mail right now and see what kind of prayer I can roll. See if I can roll out a prayer this next week and actually make some money on it.
Aren't prayers supposed to come from the heart and not from just whatever random thing your cube tells you?
Is it? Yeah, I don't remember that anywhere in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Anywhere. This is how you should pray. You blow on the dice and roll it twice. That's not what I remember Jesus saying, but
Probably a lot of praying goes on when that's going on. But.
yeah, that's true. I don't think really. I mean, God's always listening, but I'm not really sure He's too worried about you making the point at the craps table.
Please don't let me lose my house.
Yeah. Please let me not make one more trip to the ATM where it charges me $15 to get out $50. So it's the Lucky Star Casino. But well, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We hope you've all enjoyed it. Hey, Landon, where can we find you on social media?
No Twit Landon 44.
No Twit Landon 44, and Landon, I think is also. Are you on Instagram or?
I'm not on the gram.
So I am, but I don't even know what I guess it's the same handle as my Twitter feed, but
69.
60, yeah, big dog, it's 9 pounds of swinging meat. But no, we're all over Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. You can find the Dryline Farmer podcast all over the places that they sell podcasts, and of course on the Global Ag Network. And also check out our good friend Casey Seymour's Moving Iron podcast. He does a great job over there. And everybody, until next time, y'all have let's see, what's today? Today is the 16th, so we can, 7 days from now. That's getting close to Christmas time. We'll try to do one next week. And
7 days from now, somebody's winning an above ground pool.
That's right. And so we'll let you in on that and see how our prayer cubes go. And we'll be all excited about that. So, guys, until next time, y'all be safe, y'all be happy, and have a very Merry Christmas. And until next time, we'll tell you and ask you, what side of the line are you on?
The Dryline Farmer Podcast, a member of the Global Ag Network. There's podcasts, and then there's this, the Dryline Farmer Podcast.